Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me for today's World Session, the day after solstice. We're December 22nd, and happy solstice to everyone. And new birth of light. So from this moment forward, the days start to get longer and the sun starts to shine a little brighter. So may the sunlight bring you, shine consciousness on what you cannot see. May the sun bring consciousness, shines a light on the dark spots of what's tripping you up in your life. So we're going to go right ahead and begin. Again, a little disclaimer, this is not to, these sessions are not to replace medical attention. And if you're having an emergency of any matter, please go to the hospital or go see your family doctor. And it's not to be taken as medical advice. This is energetic balancing through the Body Talk system. So enjoy this little tune-up. So I was talking with the people that come on earlier, my little crew that come on before. I really was tuning into sluggishness, fatigue, and then having the courage to stand up and say something, to say, no, I'm not coming today. Let's say if you have an event, if you're really feeling tired, or really to stand up, to use that healthy anger to say what needs to be said. I keep saying that, to say what needs to be said. Right, going right into we're in the energetic systems of the chakra. So I'm going into that solar plexus chakra, which is will, which is strength, which is that courage, that will to live. And we got to dump out of that chakra. It's a multi-level repair to that sacral chakra. And we're going to go into the sub-chakra, doing a sub-chakra repair within the sacral chakra. We're going to link that into the root. And then also of the heart chakra. So we're doing a energetic repair to the sacral chakra, to the solar plexus chakra, which is your third chakra. It's just a little bit below the diaphragm, a couple of fingers below the diaphragm. And within that chakra, we're repairing the heart and the root. So it's the courage to speak your heart, the courage to speak your truth, the courage to speak your heart's desires. Oh, that one really hits in the gut. The courage to speak your heart's desires. So not only to ruminate them or think about them, but actually to speak them forward, to speak honestly, to speak with integrity. Ooh, there's a release there. And we're dumping pathological fear, which is coming in, which is coming through as apathy. And using anger, using healthy anger to dispel pathological fear out of that sacral chakra, that apathy, that it just, just complete, not letting go, but I just don't care. I don't even care enough. I don't even care enough to speak for myself. I don't even care enough to put forward what I need or take care of what I need. It's complete apathy. So we're using healthy anger. This is tuning into the liver. So the liver is coming in as a support, that healthy anger. Ooh, giving a little bit of fire. So we've got some of the Chinese elements of fire coming in, that qi coming in to slightly warm up that maximum contraction within that solar plexus chakra, having the courage to speak your heart's desires, doing a repair to the root. So this is root chakra, has to do with foundations, money, stability, family. It's the first, it's your from conception to about 7 years old. Those are the first 7 years of life that are held within the root chakra. So you can think of ancestry, family, heritage, anything. You think of a tree and you think of the roots of the tree. Ooh, there's a big release there. There is a big release there. So I'm seeing the repair within that sacral chakra, that solar plexus chakra. And we're warming up. The solar plexus chakra needs a little bit of warmth from anger, that healthy anger. Enough is enough, but not in a pathological way, not in defensiveness, not in resentment. Those are all pathological expressions of anger. Not frustrated, not needing to explain and justify why you're angry or why you're feeling anger. No, using anger in its healthy capacity to move and stand up, using that healthy anger, using that guts, that courage to warm up that maximum contraction within that solar plexus diaphragm. Now we've got all of these stories in the mind coming in. Oh, I can't possibly stand up for myself. In the past, when I did stand up for myself or speak for myself or defend myself. So defend is not pathological when it's a natural protection. Defensiveness is. Oh, but I got in trouble. So we've got all of these active memories, these traumas, these dramas, some cowardice, some whininess. No, I couldn't possibly do that fully. I'll do it a little bit. It's kind of like a taste test, but no, I couldn't possibly step fully into my life. I couldn't possibly do that. Selfish people do that. I couldn't possibly put myself forward, stating clearly what I need. And that's not stating what you need. Doesn't necessarily mean that you go out and you spew it out upon the world, but you need to know for yourself, this deep knowing of the heart. No, this is my boundary, and boundaries are flexible and they change every day. So we're going to use that Chinese element of fire to slightly warm up that apathy, so it shakes it loose, that maximum contraction within that solar plexus chakra, using the liver as support, that healthy anger and that gallbladder energy to move forward. Gallbladder makes choices. It's very decisive and moves forward. There's another release. And we're going to run a traumatic and almost PTSD type energy out of that will center, out of your will center, out of that solar plexus chakra. So we're going to link in. We're going to do an active memory release out of bilateral amygdalas, which are responsible for fight, flight, freeze, fawn. So fawn, you can think of that as people pleasing. People pleasing is fawn. So we're running an active memory. We're running an active memory dump of traumatic events where as a child or yes, we're going back to childhood. So trauma that actually happened and perceived trauma, we're dumping that out of the amygdalas. There's huge fear coming in, huge anxiety. So we're going to anchor that through the SI joints. We're using those hips. So hips are our body's stabilizers. It's our foundation. Our hips are our foundation. And they're jiggling at the core. They're shaking at the core. So when there's trauma, animals do this. It's natural for animals to do this when they get scared or if they've experienced something. You can see a dog or a cat usually usually you can see dogs doing this, but they shake and they shake and they shake, and they're releasing that ionic discharge. They're releasing that ionic discharge of trauma out of their system. So we're going to stabilize the hips, but allowing them space to shake out that PTSD, shake out those traumatic events, shake out that deep fear. It says, if I step forward, if I move fully into my life, I will die. So there's a death happening, but it's not of you. It's of those masks, of those experiences that hold you in, I cannot step fully into my life. I cannot stand fully in my life. So bringing rise, shaking out those traumatic experiences, going to link that to diaphragm, small intestines, and moving that through the nervous system so it doesn't get jammed anywhere. So I could feel the trauma, I can feel those active memories moving through the back. So you can think of yourself as a tree and just allow that. You could feel, maybe you could feel the shaking. I could feel twinges in my back and my neck. Feel it shaking and then anchoring through those SI joints. And then if there's any more shaking that needs to happen, then that ionic discharge go down the legs and down through the kit, down to the soles of the feet, to Mother Earth, and she knows what to do with it. She can handle it. So sending those experiences, those past experiences that hold you in this pathological fear, a trauma, not being able to move into your life fully. Oh, there's a breath. Good. Anchoring that down through the base of the feet. I'm going to tap this in here. You can take a nice deep breath, or you can tap for yourself also. That activates the session. But when you're tapping your head, make sure you're holding your head, I like to say, like a coconut or like a basketball, that both your whole hand is touching the top of your head, the right and the left brain. You're going to tap your heart just above your sternum gently, breathing slowly. And then you're going to tap the enteric brain, which is your gut brain. That's where intuition sits and lives in the gut, those gut feelings. And we tap the heart because the heart remembers. Heart remembers. So when teachers say learn something by heart, that's what they mean. The heart remembers. So the heart's remembering this new system, these new formulas. There we go. Where are we going now? Is there anything else? Okay, so we're going into the prefrontal cortex, and the prefrontal cortex is responsible for higher thinking. Oof, and I'm feeling a little bit dizzy doing this. So we're going into what does it need? It needs some support. It feels like it's been excluded. Oh, so we're going to do a Vivaxis to the prefrontal cortex. Nope, that's not what we're doing. That's not what it wants. There's another big burp. It's just an ICU as an integration. All right. Integrating these that's what it is. The prefrontal cortex needs a little bit of a download, a little bit of time to integrate. It needs a small moment of integration of these links and these formulas that we've put together. So I'm going to tap cortices to the prefrontal cortex. Ah, there it is. Nice big breath. You can do this for yourself at home as well. Or if you're curious about tapping cortices and what it can do for you, please shoot me a message and I'll show you how to do this for yourself, or I'll send you a video how to do this for yourself. Tapping cortices alone can improve your health up to 65% as a standalone technique. It improves brain communication. It improves communication between the left and the right brain hemispheres, reduces brain fog, stress, anxiety. And it's also great because if you're having a dysfunction in the body somewhere, it's reflected in the brain as cold spots. So tapping the cortices actually addresses the cold spots that are held within the brain, and then also thus addressing the dysfunction or the imbalance or the pains within your body. So I recommend that you tap your cortices daily, and you can do it as often as you need. And I'd be so happy to share this with you if you're interested. So just reach out. I think we're done today for the session. There's nothing else coming up for today. So see how that flows through the next few days. If you'd like to email me and let me know your feedback, I'd love to hear how you're feeling. And have a Merry, Merry Christmas and happy holidays to you and your family. I most probably will be on next week. So I'll see you all here next Friday for next week's World Session. Happy holidays. Thank you all for being here with me. See you next time.